Okay, everyone, we'll get started with our centering. And again, just making sure that your strap is within reaching distance when you're on your back. And just getting into a comfortable position. You can use your pillows or bolsters underneath your knees as well if you like. Getting out any wiggles or adjustments that we need to get fully comfortable. We'll take a nice, slow, long inhale in and a nice, slow, long exhale out. Nice, slow, long inhale in and slow, long exhale out. And just seeing if your body needs any other adjustments, making sure that we're fully comfortable, maintaining a relaxed but focused attention. So keeping your awareness on your mat and with your breath, and just allowing everything to melt or to sink, allowing ourselves to slow down and tune in with our bodies and in with our breath. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Take a big breath in. And as we exhale, we'll bring our knees into our chest for a hug. And just give a gentle rock from side to side. Coming to stillness, we'll bring our feet down onto our pillows or our bolsters. And we'll bring our right ankle below the left knee. We'll bring our left hand to our right ankle. Our right hand's going to come to that right knee, and we're just gently going to push the right knee away from the body. Let's take a nice, slow, long inhale in. And exhale it out. Take breath in. And exhale, coming into our reclined pigeon. I'm trying to keep the hips squared off with the ceiling. Bringing our breath into those spaces that we feel lengthening. We're going to release that left leg and bring our legs into our whale tail. Right hand reaches for the left foot, left hand to the right foot. And again, bringing that breath into those spaces you feel lengthening. Big breath in. Exhale, releasing the feet, allowing the left foot to connect back down to the bolster, and then the right. We'll bring the left ankle below the right knee. Right hand comes to that left ankle. Left hand's going to come onto that left knee. We're just gently going to push that left knee away from the torso. Take a nice, slow, long inhale in. Exhaling it out, coming into that pigeon and keeping those hips squared off with the ceiling. Few more breaths here. Releasing that right leg, we're going to come into our whale tail, left hand to the right foot, right hand to the left foot. And just bringing the breath into those spaces, again, that you feel lengthening. Big breath in. Exhale, releasing the feet, allow the right foot to come down to the bolster, then the left. We're just going to push our bolster or our pillows over to the side for now, allowing our feet to connect back down to the mat. We'll reach those right toes up to the ceiling, getting nice and long through that right shin. Really reach like we're practicing for Swan Lake. And push through the heel. We'll make circles in one direction with our ankle and in the other. Good. Coming to stillness, we're going to take our strap, wrapping it around the pad of the right foot, holding the strap into our right hand. Right. Left hand comes onto that left hip. We're going to try and keep that left cheek connected to the mat. So we open up that right leg to the right side of the mat. And don't worry about how open that leg gets or how close to the floor. I just really want you to feel that lengthening coming in through the hip and the groin. And the strap is acting as your support, taking the weight of your leg. Okay, let's inhale that right leg to center. As we exhale, we'll bring the strap into the left hand. I want you to bring your foot almost in alignment with your belly button. You should be feeling quite a bit of lengthening coming up the back of that right leg. If not, just make little adjustments until you feel that lengthening, and you will feel it from the heel all the way into that glute, maybe even into the lower back. And we can reach our right arm out to the right side of the mat. Nice, slow, long inhales and exhales here. Today, really trying to stay connected with our breath. Couple more breaths here. Let's take that right leg all the way over to the left side, allowing the foot to connect down to the ground. And we'll bring our gaze towards the right fingers. Inhale that right leg to center. Exhale, releasing the strap and just allowing that right leg to come the full length of the mat. We'll bring the left leg to join it, just feeling the difference between the right and left side. Bring the soles of our feet back down to the mat, reaching our left toes up to the sky. Again, like a ballerina, we're really reaching through those toes. And push through the heel. More breaths. And we'll make circles in one direction with our ankle. And in the other. Right, coming to stillness, we'll take our strap, bringing it around the pad of the left foot. Strap is into the left hand, right hand comes down onto that right hip. We're keeping that right cheeky connected to the mat and opening that left leg up to the left side of the mat. Again, I'm not worried about how close the foot gets down to the ground. I just want you to feel that lengthening coming in through the hip and the groin and keep that right cheek connected to the mat. Bringing that breath into the hips, into the pelvis. Couple more breaths. Inhale that left leg to center. Exhale, bringing the strap into the right hand. We're going to bring that left foot into alignment with the belly button. So again, really feeling that lengthening coming all the way down into the glute, could be even into the lower back. If you don't quite feel it, just make those subtle adjustments and you'll know when you find that spot. We'll reach our left arm out to the left side of the mat. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale that left foot all the way over to the right side. And we'll bring our gaze towards our left fingers. Just really allowing ourselves to melt into the twist. And let's inhale that left leg to center. Exhale, release the strap, allow both legs to come the full length of the mat. We'll interlace our fingers above our head, pushing our palms behind us and reaching through those toes. And allow everything to soften. Take a couple breaths here. Good. And we'll come over to our tummies. Bring our chest down onto the ground. We can sit our chin on the mat if we like, or you can keep your chin above the mat, whatever is more comfortable for you. We're going to bring our hands behind our bottoms, just gently pulling our hands down towards our bottom to open up those shoulders. And if you want to add a little more to this pose, you can lift your feet off the mat as well. Couple more breaths here. And release into crocodile. Releasing the glutes as well. Sometimes we have a tendency to hold on to them. We'll put a bend into the knees and just giving a nice windshield wipe from side to side. Opening up the hips and the lower back. Coming to stillness, we'll release our feet back down to the floor. Arms come out into T position. We're going to come down to the right side of our face, putting a bend into the left knee. We're going to step the left leg over the right side, reaching through those left fingers. Big breath in. Exhale, let's come back to center. We'll come over to the left side of the face, putting a bend into the right knee, stepping the right leg over the left side and reaching through the right fingers. Big breath in. Exhale, come back to center, hands underneath our shoulders, elbows nice and tight into the sides as we inhale up to our cobra. Exhale the breath out. Big breath in. Exhale, baby cobra. Keep the biceps engaged. We're going to bring the knees to the width of the mat and push back into a passive child's pose. So just allowing everything to melt. And push yourself up into tabletop, bringing your knees underneath your hips, shoulders over top of wrists. Let's curl those toes under to give them a little bit of a stretch. Good. And just pulling that belly button into the spine as we inhale to our cow. And exhale to our cat. Good. And flow at your own pace, nice and slow, inhaling and exhaling, keeping that belly button pulled in. We'll do one more flow through, and when you're finished, come back to your tabletop. Right. We'll inhale the right fingers up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, reaching the left hand up to the top of the mat. Left hand underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, right fingertips up. Exhale, release. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, thread the needle. And right hand reaches up to the top of the mat. Right hand under the right shoulder. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, release. We will come over to our bottoms. Bring either your bolster, pillow, or a block, whatever's most comfortable for you. We're going to use it to be seated on. And as we come to seated, just making sure that we're back on our sit bones. Good. And we'll use our strap as well. We'll bring our feet into our cobbler, bringing them as close to the block or the bolster as we can. Seated nice and tall, finding those sit bones. Right. We'll inhale our arms up. Exhale to heart center. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to heart center. Good. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Beautiful. Good. We're going to bring our hands down to our knees, or you can do your forearms, whatever's more comfortable. And we're just going to give a gentle press down onto the knees. Again, just trying to open up the hips. We're pushing through the crown of the head, so keeping that spine nice and long. Good job. Couple more breaths here. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, you can allow everything to soften, but we're still keeping that nice, long, tall spine. We're going to take our strap and bring it over our right shoulder. Right elbow pointing up to the sky. We're going to encourage that right elbow back slightly. Good. And then we'll reach our left hand underneath to the strap. You can walk your hands towards one another. It doesn't matter if they touch or not. I just want you to keep your shoulders still open, creating that proud chest. So if your hands touch or don't touch, it doesn't matter. Still keeping with that long spine and staying connected with our breath. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Let's just roll those shoulders out, however feels good, front to back to front. Good. And then we'll bring the strap over the left side. Right hand encouraging that left elbow back, keeping with the long spine, and then the right hand will reach underneath. Again, not worried about hands touching, just really want that proud chest, shoulders open. Good. These look great. Still pushing through the crown of the head so we're nice and tall. in. Exhale, release. Again, just rolling those shoulders out for whatever feels good. And keeping with that long spine, we'll drop the chin down towards the chest and roll the left ear over to the left shoulder. And then nice and slow, we're going to bring it all the way to the other side. So going at your own pace from right to left, nice and slow. Do one more flow through. Okay, bring your head back to center. And we'll take our strap again, being mindful of the buckles. Arms nice and wide overhead. We'll bring that strap down to our bottom. So when we come through our flow, you can decide if you want to bring your arms forward in one breath or whether you want to inhale overhead and exhale to the knees, whatever's more comfortable for you with your breath. So you can do one big breath and exhale, or you can go inhale overhead and exhale forward. Whatever you find is the best flow for you, and just keep nice steady flow back and forth. We'll do one more flow through. And when we finish that flow through, we'll be ending at our knees. Right. And we can put our strap to the side and bring our legs straight out in front of us in a modified staff pose, being that we have something underneath our bottom, and just pushing through the heels. Keeping with a long spine, we're going to try and reach towards our toes. So try not to curl in. You may or may not be able to touch. I can't touch, so just keep really long, pushing through the crown. But we feel quite a bit of lengthening coming up the back of those calves, back of the legs. Big breath in. Exhale, allow everything to soften or to melt. And starting at the tailbone, let's roll ourselves up to seated, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, around and back. We're going to move our block or our bolster or pillow and just pop it to the side. Coming into easy pose. And our right hand will come to our left knee, left hand behind us. We'll take a nice big long inhale in. And then exhale, coming into the twist. And let that full breath out. Once you've exhaled your full breath, big breath in. And exhale the full breath out again. Big breath in. And exhale back to center. We'll bring our right hand behind us, left hand on the knee. So again, nice long tall spine, big breath in. Exhale, coming into your twist, fully exhaling that full breath out. Okay, and just keeping with the slow, long, deep inhales and exhales here. Then Exhale, let's come back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. We're really going to try and reach through those fingertips. We'll use those hands to walk us back to center. We'll come over to our tabletop. We're going to step that right foot forward. Good. Keeping the left toes curled under knees, right knees stacked over top of the right ankle. Inhale our arms up. Exhale, connecting the hands, coming into a slight back bend here, crescent lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to either side of the right foot. Let's lift the left knee off the mat. We're going to keep our hands on either side of that right foot and just try and lower a little further into that left heel. So we're getting really nice and long through that left leg. Good. And then we'll reach those right fingers up to the sky. And really reach through those fingers as if you want to touch the ceiling. Right hand to the outside of the right foot. We'll release the left knee. Right leg comes back to the left. Step the left foot forward. Again, stacking that knee over top of the ankle. Right toes are curled under. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into your crescent lunge. Hands to either side of the left foot. We're going to lift the right knee. Again, trying to get nice and long, lowering that right heel down towards the mat. And left hand reaches for the sky, trying to reach those fingers up to the ceiling. Good. Left hand to the outside of the left foot. Let's step back into our plank. And we're going to roll to the outside of the right foot, inside of the left foot. Left fingers back up to the sky. And we're going to roll all the way over to the other side. Coming back to our plank and push up into our down dog. And let's take our dog for a leisurely stroll. Shoulders nice and wide, away from the ears. Right, coming to stillness, we'll flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhaling to our down dog. Good. Looking between our thumbs, we'll step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sit back into your chair pose, tucking the tailbone under. Good. And see if you can get a little bit lower. Trying to keep our feet where they are. We're going to come into our wide leg squat. If you have to slide the feet a little wider, that's okay too. Hands connect down to the mat. We're going to push our bottom up to the sky. Now we'll wiggle our feet a little wider than our hips, coming into our ragdoll. Allowing everything to be heavy, allowing everything to lengthen. Breath in. As we exhale, we'll come back to our squat. Our feet are a little wider this time. We can add a little movement into our squat this time. We do side to side, or imagine we're doing circles. Probably looks a little more like an oval, but coming to stillness, hands come down to the mat. We're going to push our bottom up as we step into our down facing dog. Take the dog for a walk. Good. Coming to stillness, let's flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. You can stay here, come into your flip dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. And let's step that right foot forward as we inhale up to our warrior two. Exhaling the breath out. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. Big breath in. Exhale to triangle. Flow back, reverse warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, warrior one. Let's step up into our tree. Staying connected with your prana or with your breath. Just bring those hands to heart center. And we're going to bring our left foot behind us, reaching our left hand back as we flow into our dancer. And release into mountain. Good job. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. We're going to flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhaling to our down dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. You can stay here or come into your flip dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. And let's step that left foot forward as we inhale back to our warrior two. Exhaling the breath out. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Breath in. Exhale to triangle. Row back, reverse warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale one. Let's step up into our tree. Find your drishti, find your point of focus. Feeling the ebb and flow of our breath. Hands to heart center. And flow back into your dancer. And release into mountain. Good job. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. All right, we're going to flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhale down. Looking between our thumbs, we'll step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do 2 more sun salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Just nice, slow, fluid movements, stepping back to our down dog, flowing all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhale down. Looking between our thumbs, we'll step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Flow all the way through to your up dog or cobra. Exhale down. Looking between our thumbs, we'll step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Let's take our dog for a walk. Coming to stillness, we'll come down to our knees. We're going to take our blocks. We're going to start by putting them lengthwise on our mat. We're going to have a little space in between. If you don't have a bolster, you may want to bring them a little bit closer just so that your pillow has a little more support. We'll lay those pillows or bolsters on top. Straddle our bolster and coming down into a supported child's pose. So you can bring your hands between, like in the hole between the blocks, you can bring them up, wherever feels comfortable for you. I just want you to allow your body to release its weight into your pillow or bolster to fully get comfortable. So tuning in with our body. And just allowing everything to melt. Allow the pillow or the bolster to support you. Nice and slow, let's turn our face into the opposite direction. Tuning in with our bodies, seeing if they fully melted or softened. If we haven't, just allow the body to release. few more breaths here. Nice and slow. Let's just push ourselves back up into kneeling. We're still going to use our blocks and our bolsters. We're going to flip our blocks over. So the top block comes to that mid height. The bottom block comes to the lowest height. Okay, we're going to pop our pillow or our bolster on top of here. If you're using a pillow and it's a little bit thinner, you may just have to position the blocks a little bit just so that you know that they're supporting your shoulders and your head. The bolsters are a little bit hardier, so they have a little more support in them. We're going to bring the small of our back up to our bolsters. And nice and slow, knees bent. We're going to bring ourselves back. If you have a pillow, just make sure, like I said, that the block is supporting the head and the shoulders. We're going to open up the arms, palms facing up. We'll start with the knees bent, pointing up to the sky. And notice the rise and fall with your inhales and exhales. Our feet into our cobbler, allowing our knees to be heavy. And as we exhale, we'll allow our legs to lengthen and allow the ankles to be soft so that the feet roll to the sides. Stay here for 3 more breaths. Slow, long inhale in. As we exhale, nice and slow, we'll push ourselves up into seated, bringing our legs into easy pose. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Using our hands, we'll push ourselves back up to seated. We'll prepare ourselves for Shavasana. You can use your pillow and or bolster underneath your knees. I do prefer that they're not under the head. And then any blankets, eye pillows, or bolsters that you'd like to use. And just getting out any wiggles or adjustments as you come into stillness. Staying in stillness, bringing your awareness back to your breath. Bringing gentle movements to your fingers and your toes. Bring a nice, long, gentle inhale all the way down into your tummy, into your pelvis. Nice, soft exhalation out. We'll bring our awareness to our heart center, thinking of something that makes us happy, something that brings us joy. It can be simple, like a good cup of coffee or tea. Just allow that feeling of happiness grow into joy, allowing that joy to reach all the way down to the tips of our toes, reaching all the way into our fingertips, reaching all the way up to the crown of our head and crossing our face, bringing a smile to our lips. And genuinely feel that smile. Allow that feeling of happiness and joy to grow or to radiate. Visualize that happiness like a cocoon around you. Take a nice, slow, long inhale in. And as we exhale, we'll come over to our right side. Just staying present here for a few more moments. And take a gentle, long breath in. Exhale it out. And when you're ready, pushing yourselves up into seated. And we'll bring our hands to heart center, giving ourselves thanks for making time for ourselves in our practice today. And thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.